In 2020, scientists renamed human DNA, not because of a new discovery, not because of better research, because Microsoft Excel kept turning gene names into dates. MARCH-01, a gene that helps regulate your immune system, became March 1st. SEPT1 became September 1st. DEC1 became December 1st. All real gene names, all silently converted, every single time. This wasn't a glitch, it was a feature. One default setting in a spreadsheet program corrupted over 700 published scientific papers, went unresolved for 16 years, and ended with the global genetics community permanently renaming 27 parts of human DNA to avoid upsetting a feature. The spreadsheet didn't even notice. This is that story. Quick context. The human genome has around 20,000 genes. Each one gets an official symbol, a short alphanumeric code, managed by a body called the HGNC. Think of it like a passport system for biology. One gene, one name. This system worked beautifully. Then someone opened a spreadsheet. Okay, final data entry. Membrane-associated ring CH type finger 1 gene. I'll call it March-01.
Oh, you mean March 1st. I've optimized that for you. You're welcome.
Fine, I'll go into Format Cells, change the category back to text, and... what is 46,082?
That's how many days have passed since January 1st, 1900. Your gene is now a math problem.
That was 5 years of research. That scientist is not alone. But why are scientists using Excel for genetics research in the first place? Simply because it came first. Bundled with Windows, pre-installed on every lab computer. Scientists didn't choose Excel. They inherited it. It was simply there. And here's where it stops being one frustrated scientist and starts being a systemic problem. Scientists don't work alone. They share data. Every published paper comes with supplementary files. Other researchers download those files, open them in their own version of Excel, and the corruption happens again, even if the original researcher already fixed it manually. In 2016, researchers at the Melbourne-based academic institute Baker IDI scanned over 3,500 published genomics papers from 18 journals. 1 in 5 had been affected by Excel errors. That's over 700 papers published in the most prestigious journals in genetics, passing peer review, cited by other scientists. By 2021, the problem had gotten worse. 31% of papers now contained gene name errors, up from 20%. Scientists reported this problem to Microsoft. They published papers about it. They built their own tools to detect and fix the errors. There's a tool called Escape Excel, a tool called HGNC Helper. And through all of this, Microsoft's position, as summarized by the HGNC coordinator, Dr. Elspeth Bruford, was this. There is very little incentive for Microsoft to make a significant change to features that are used extremely widely by the rest of the massive community of Excel users. Which is a very polite way of saying, Microsoft has 1 billion users. You have peer-reviewed papers. You lose. So the HGNC sat down and published new guidelines. And the guidelines said, essentially, from now on, when we name genes, we will design the names around Excel's autocorrect. If a name could be misread as a date, we will change the name. 27 genes were officially renamed. March-01 became March-F1. SEPT1 became Septin1, SEPT2, SEPT3, all the way to SEPT14, all renamed because they looked too much like months. In October 2023, a few years after scientists renamed human genes, Microsoft finally added a toggle to Excel to disable automatic data conversion. You can now turn it off. Finding the option to turn it off, though, might be harder than discovering a new gene. But the genes will not be renamed back. Their new names are permanent. That ship has sailed. And here's where the story gets one final twist. Microsoft isn't the only corporation that made scientists rename human DNA. In 2001, a researcher named a gene Pokemon. It stood for POK, erythroid myeloid ontogenic factor. POKEMON. Pokemon. It was a cancer-promoting gene. In 2005, the findings were published in Nature. The headlines wrote themselves. To be fair, and I want to be fair here, someone did name a cancer gene after Pokemon. The Pokemon company threatened legal action, which, honestly, understandable. The gene was renamed ZBTB7. Rolls right off the tongue. For the record, 1 year later, in 2008, a different research team named a new protein, picochurin, named for its fast-acting electric effects in helping convert light into visual images. No objections here. So not every joyful name was purged. We still have Indy, I'm Not Dead Yet, a Monty Python reference. We have Ken and Barbie, Dracula, Van Gogh. But for the new frontier of discovery, the Wild West is over. The gene police have a checklist now. It has to be clear. It has to be empathetic. And above all, it has to pass the spreadsheet test. Everyday things hide invisible systems. And this one has been hiding inside every genetics paper published since 2004. This is Stick and Seek. Stay curious. I'll see you in the next one.